This is the life of running version 1.0 of this game. We haven't even gotten to the yeets yet, and I'm already doing a whole bunch of resets at the very start of the run. Jen, welcome. This is going to be the one. This is actually going to be the run that I don't need to reset. It's one of the curses of speedrunning, is doing all these resets for the things that happen in the first minute that you want to avoid all those unlucky things, but we'll see. We'll try not to reset this time. Okay, no encounter. That's good. And we got the optimal spawn in the first encounter room, so that's nice. Yes, welcome, brother and Jen. So I'm going to be broken record because I want to explain this on whatever run is actually successful, but one of the required tasks for 100% Paladin is curing Ugarte who gets poisoned. And so we need to visit the dead parrot inn like 3 times over the course of the run. All right, we're gonna do this. We need to aggro. Okay, we did it. Whew. Wow. We need to aggro Abdul because we're going to be marrying Nawar in this run. So I just need to do that at some point in the run, and I just do it at that point to get it out of the way. And now we need to go visit the bank, because we need to dupe ourselves some money so we can enter the rights of rulership. So it had to be nighttime to visit the Dead Parrot Inn, and then it needs to be daytime to visit the bank. We are going to be taking advantage of the 1.0 dupe glitch here, because it's the fastest way to get the money we need. This dialogue, unfortunately, is finicky. For some reason, it's supposed to speed up as soon as it hits 10 drachmas like that, but for some reason, sometimes it doesn't, and that's very annoying. There we go, okay. If I remember correctly, those are the only dupes we need. And the rest of the money disappeared. That also happens sometimes for some reason. I do know that it's possible for that to happen if you pick up drachmas while others are dropping. It's weird. The duping glitch is weird, but we got our money. Whatever. We just want to finish a run. What's up with the confetti vision? What's confetti? Oh, confetti vision. That is the frostbite spell. It is the strongest attack spell in the game because it's an AoE effect. It just tears through enemies. And as with all the Quest for Glory games, hold please. We need to do our first yeet. Using skills is how you level them up, and we want our frostbite to do as much damage as possible. So that means I'm going to be spending basically every spare moment that I have where I'm doing nothing else and I'm just running. I'm going to cast frostbite to try to train it. Yeah, yeets are not going to be lucky for us today. The RNG on this is brutal. Apologies to anybody who has no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to wrong warp my way out of Silmaria, and it's not working out. There we go. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, and then we need to make another save there. Okay, so now we need to do the Rite of Freedom. We're going to be rescuing all 5 villages. All classes have to do that in the 100% route. So, we as the Paladin also have to do it. We don't have the Mystic Magnets yet, but because of the yeets in version 1.0, we actually don't even need the magnets. We'll get it later, because it will become necessary, but we can do without for now. I'm gonna gamble. And just assume that this is going to work. Is it going to work? Oh, beautiful. Just works. So we're planting various saves at different locations where we want to return to, because that's how the wrong warp works in version 1.0. The place where you drop the save to trigger the random encounter that you transfer over to your main save, that's the location that you will warp to. And so if there's ever a spot I go to that I want to make sure I'm able to come back to quickly, I just drop a save there. And that's what I generally use to try to do the Rite of Freedom as quickly as possible. So for this one, we want to warp back here, and this is just going to work. It's just going to work. It's not going to be a problem. Yes. We also need to pass the time, so you're also just going to see me resting. Because we need it to be day 5, because as I mentioned, we are going to be marrying Nawar, and the first visit with Nawar happens on night 5. So I'm just going to be resting on the overworld as I'm moving between the villages. But here we have village number 3. But yeah, running out of each village is just generally such a slow process that it's worth doing the wrong warp to get out without having to run out yourself. Just work, please. This is one that can be finicky, I've noticed. Okay, that worked. Alright, so now we see the body of Kokino Hukumiso. Oop, I meant to rest there. Which we will be reporting to the guards later. Again, as with the 100% paths for all of the classes, there are just a ton of little tasks that are very easy to forget. And that's always the greatest risk with running 100% in any category, is not forgetting anything. So I have my notes here, but that doesn't preclude me forgetting something, because I still have to actually look at my notes. So I'll try not to forget anything. Yeah, so the way that this wrong warp glitch works that I'm trying to take advantage of is it records your world map location when it triggers the encounter, but then before the encounter starts, I load my other save to transfer the encounter over to that save. And then when I leave the encounter room, I show up on the world map from the other save that I use. We'll go ahead and reset the game. But the problem is that in order to take advantage of the glitch, I'm taking advantage of memory that the program has declared it isn't using anymore. But if that memory gets stomped over, then the glitch doesn't work. It's definitely weird, very highly technical, and very inconsistent. My knowledge of these games is so impressive. You obsess about anything long enough, and I've certainly obsessed about this game specifically. Perhaps an unhealthy amount. That might have been too much resting. I'm not sure. Because I do need to speak to Andre, and it's going to be too late. I just loaded. Well, that's embarrassing. I was supposed to save there, not load. I just lost progress. Oh well. It even split. That's okay. It's not going to split again. It knows that I have already freed the 5th village on this run. And the auto-splitter is smart enough to not do that twice. That's right, non-consistency is the literal name of the game. Quest for Glory 5, non-consistency. Alright, but we are not going to rest too many times like we did the other time. Alright, please put us back there. Excellent. Okay. One more rest should be fine. Okay. We actually want it to be... It's better. It's a little better for it to be earlier in the morning, because we need to talk to Andre, because another subtle task that is unique to the Paladin is telling Julinar about Andre, and we have to talk to him during Rite of Freedom in order to get that conversation option. But Andre's only there in the morning. So I slept until it was almost noon last time, and that would have made it too late. Since it's on the way, this is also when we're going to do our training on the treadmill. Nope. The Paladin, because of where I put my points, the Paladin actually starts with relatively high vitality, so we don't need to train as much as the fighter does. That's right, I speed ran the joke. I don't think I even need to drain all of my stamina here. This should put me over 400, and if not, it's pretty easy. Okay, that's close. I'm only at 397. You need 400 health in order to be able to survive the trap in the Hydra Cave. But there will be an opportunity later on, as long as I don't forget, to train that up. Once again, we need to do another visit at the Dead Parrot Inn, which is why I'm doing this resting here. Because I need the dead... Oop, nope.
Greeting.
Yeah. That's the one. Okay. Dead Parrot doesn't open until 5 or 6. Most of the visits to the Dead Parrot, you just need to just show up inside, and that sets the flag that assumes you've actually spoken with Ugarte. That time, you do actually have to click on him. And now, because it is day 4, if I rest past midnight, it'll be day 5, and then we will see Nawar outside. All according to Keikok. And then, we're going to rest until 6, because then we can do our shopping, because it needs to be daytime to do any shopping. And again, we're just going to keep training Frostbite, because we rested, so that means we recovered our mana, so may as well. Okay, we're not going to forget to buy what we need here. We're not going to forget. We need 2 Poison Cure pills. We don't need this many, but we're just going to go ahead and buy that many, and we need peppers. Okay. We are going to have to come back later because we don't have the Pegasus Feathers to give to Salim, which we need in order to be able to buy the stamina pills. But we will be doing a second visit with Salim later on. Now, we're actually going to visit Chakra and buy the Mystic Magnets and the Boom Spell. We'll need the Boom Spell for Rite of Conquest. That's right. Confetti Fission. It's a very important strategy. And then Boom. And then some Mana Pills, because we are a second-rate spellcaster, so we need the Mana Pills to bootstrap us up. Then we're going to give the baskets to Sarah. And then we're going to buy the Hera's Ring. Even though we're going to be marrying 2 women on this run, we only need 1. For some reason, Elsa doesn't take the ring from you. And then now we need to go talk to Merrick. And then we need 2 chocolates, 2 pizzas. We need so much stuff. It's absurd. This is a busier shopping trip than the other classes have, for a variety of reasons. We need to stop by the bank to pick this up, because as the Paladin, just like the Wizard, we need to investigate the bank robbery. Again, 100%, so much going on. But I think we got everything. Okay. Other classes also have aggroed the guards by this point. Because we're going to be talking to Rakesh to the east later on, we haven't aggroed the guards yet. We're going to wait until we're done talking to Rakesh, and then we'll aggro the guards to take advantage of them chasing us later on in the run, on future rights. Lemming, welcome. That's right, big savings on polygamy. I don't know why. It's just like on other 100% routes, Katrina doesn't take your ring. For some reason, in this run, we only marry Elsa and Nawar, and Elsa doesn't take the ring. I don't know why. Maybe that's a 1.0 bug? I'm not sure. I haven't done the other 100% categories on version 1.0, so I'm unsure. Yeah, we do need to investigate the robbery because that's what allows us to get Orestes arrested, and then we also need to tell Julinar about Orestes in addition to Andre.
Must answer questions 3. What is your name? What is your quest? What is the meaning of life? You are correct. You may
Yes, a very clumsy start to this run, along with some bad luck with yeets. But we're just trying to finish a run here. Nope. Okay. That's where you want to stand, huh? Fine. It feels so bad not having the open spell the way that wizards do.
Where did you find this little kid? Well then, shall we see what
And
we
this
can learn
is,
from
unfortunately,
this? That's
another
why he showed
unskippable
you that thing
cutscene.
after all. All right then.
Tristle,
Tristle,
Trussel,
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 Tree, show us what we learn from thee.
This spell will show us something about the previous owner of this rather quaint toolbox.
And now that we have the
Sort
Mystic
of a
Magnets,
cheap peek
now
on
we're
a
going to go
creep,
check in at the inn and drop
more
off the
of a
magnets in the
brief
chest.
relief of a
Pegasus is not
thief
going to be
hours.
until we've started the third rite. Okay, this is just going to work first try. It's fine. This is going to be first try. First try. Do it. No. First try. Second first try, every time. Alright. Checking in at the inn. Now, because of conversations we're going to be having with Gnome Anne later on, we also need to make sure that we're cycling through her conversations. So I'm going to be just doing various talkings with her throughout the run. We're not going to grab the sheets yet. That's going to be for later. But we do need to tell her about Wolfie so that the inn gets painted, because that's required in order to get the inn dancing scene. Also, the one where she's complaining about money, we need to cycle through that conversation. And it is still before noon, so we can get the anchovies from Andre before we move on to Sifnos. I don't think we've missed anything yet. The one thing I do need to make sure I remember is to train up my vitality. It might not be necessary. All this running that I'm doing might be good enough. But I might need to do some vitality training for the Hydro test. Get the anchovies and sail to Sifnos. We're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to want our mana pills. Okay. After Sifnos, we magnet, and then that will have met all the requirements for Ugarte to get poisoned. Calming there to spare your ears. Apologies to all fans of Vuvuzelas, but no. I don't need to subject everybody to that. The alarm that plays in Sifnos Fortress is quite the ear sore. But if you calm as soon as you start running, then they won't. You won't have your ears start bleeding. Alright, let's hope we get this in a one cycle. Please. It's not gonna work, yeah. There we go, okay. That wizard's always a pain in the butt. I'm not sure what determines whether or not you get the one cycle on that fight. Anyway. It's also not a problem that it's 11 PM, because again, we haven't done the sheets yet. We're going to be doing that after the start of Rite 3. It is important that it's before midnight, because we need to make one more trip into the Dead Parrot. Because that sets the final flag to have the Ugarte poisoning scene happen. And again, that's another scene... Oh, come on. The pathing in 1.0 definitely feels a lot buggier than 1.1, the latest version. We need poison cure pills. Alright, and now we'll see Ugarte run out. Oh no, look out! This conveniently warps us directly to the Hall of Kings, and we need to pick up the Ring of Truth from Logos because that's one of the Paladin-specific quests. And so we're going to do that. Come on. And now we're going to aggro the guards. Although actually, now that I think about it, maybe that should have waited until after Rakesh got poisoned as well. I'm not sure. I think part of the idea behind aggroing the guards now is I feel like it makes it more likely that you get this... Like, that happened a little bit faster than it normally does. So I think that actually makes it worth it. Even though the guards are going to start a bit further away from the gate. I don't know. That seems like something I'd have to time. Alright, we're going to just hope this works. Just work. Just first try. Yes! Okay. Beautiful. So now we activate the Northwest Passage glitch so that we run faster on the world map. Again, don't explain to me why this... Don't ask me why this works. I cannot explain it. We make a brief stop here because this is the first of 3 steps in order to complete the Ring of Truth. Just bathing it in dragon blood. I'm just going to do the second step before I forget. Which is... yeah, so it's in dragon blood, which that's the dragon blood pool. The second step is in Paladin blood, and the third step will be to bathe it in the river Styx. Another nice thing about running 1.0 instead of 1.1 is that getting random encounters like I just did in 1.1 ruins your yeets, but it doesn't in 1.0. So we don't have to worry about getting random encounters. It's just only a slight annoyance. As with the other classes, we need 2 amphora of Hippocrene water. One of them is going to be for FA, and the other one is going to be for the Dryads. And then it'll also pull double duty because we can also use that water to enter Hades for some reason. Oh, come on. There we go. It's a little riskier using Force Bolt instead of a rock or a spear to knock that rock down, but I go for the Force Bolt every time because YOLO. Let's blink the amphora. Grab the feathers we need. And then we need to do the sheets. And this will make it so that the next time we pass through here, Gnome Ann will have the sheets ready for us. Which, you know, is nice of her. Okay, next stop, we need to buy the magic spear from Pholus. We don't technically need it. We have the Paladin sword, which does a lot of damage. And its animation canceling is not as fast as the magic spear. But it still does very good damage, and most of the damage is coming from the zap spell anyway. But we do still need the magic spear anyway, because it's how we are going to be able to enter Atlantis. So, may as well buy it now. I want you there. Then we grab the swimming manual. Wizards don't have to do that because they can just put their initial 100 points into swimming. Non-wizards have to put the 100 points into magic, so that's where we're obligated to spend those. If you've watched Lemming's recent runs of Quest for Glory 5, 80% no major skips, you'll know that this screen is busted because the open spell can be used to interact with basically everything from a distance. Only wizards have access to the open spell, which is quite annoying because I would love for every class to be able to take advantage of that. But unfortunately, you get to see me do this the slow way, and even worse, you'll get to see me run through this area 3 times, as, again, all classes have to do that in 100%. The first time to make the wings to fly to Hydra Island, the second time to make the airship, and the third time to witness the secret lab. Yeah, it's very weird that the open spell works on basically everything on this screen. Because we're also lacking the Levitate spell, it means we can't use the Skyrunner glitch on the Hydra fight, so you get to see me kill the Hydra the slow way. I've been meaning to investigate faster ways to kill the Hydra for other classes, but I haven't done that yet, so... The main innovation is just going to be going with a suggestion from Crow to use the Zap spell to make the fight go faster, which really does work very well. So we'll see how much more time I can make up through the rest of the run. Again, because of the yeets for the Rite of Freedom for visiting all 5 villages, most of the volatility is at the very start of the run. Which is, I guess, nice if I ever get to the point where I want to start grinding out better times. We need healing pills, we need the amphora, we're gonna need some other things too, like the Zap spell. We also need Elsa to have agreed to help us.
You look as if I should.
Yes. Come on. Yep, so good old animation canceling plus the Zap spell makes very quick work of each of the Hydra heads. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So just in case, I rest a little bit just to make sure that I have some stamina so I don't hurt myself here. We didn't do... I completely forgot I was supposed to do some vitality training, but it worked out. Turns out we didn't need to do that. We do, however, need to rest until... What is it? Day 10 night. 1 more is fine. I forgot to blank a spot, and no man's going to have our sheets for us, but we... that was... Oh, that was actually... Oh, my notes are wrong. I actually needed that to be day 9 night. It's not a big deal. We just need it to be at least 5 days since the last time we saw Nawar on the balcony. That's the important part. So, we don't have really any other day constraints at this point, so it's okay that we rested an extra day. It just wasted a little time. And unlike last time, we do have to talk to Nawar this time. It's been too long, I don't remember the exact conversation options, I just remember it's 2 out of these 3. I don't remember which 2. But yeah, each of the romanceable characters has basically a list of options, each one of which increases their affection towards you, and you have to get their affection up to 3 in order to meet that requirement for marrying them. I guess I should probably do this. Yeah. The Paladin also has a very specific risk having to do with the pepperoni and jalapeno pizza. So, like the other classes, the Paladin also has to give it to the nighttime scientist, which is also another reason why I timed all this to happen now, is we can meet Nawar at night, and then also the other scientist will be at the academy. So we give the pepperoni and jalapeno pizza to that scientist. But for other classes, it's just the one pizza, and so then after you click the pizza on the scientist, the item goes away, and then your mouse is blank, and so then you click to start running. But for the Paladin, we have a second pizza because we need to give it to Cerberus. So I have multiple times clicked the pizza on the scientist to give it to him, and then click to move, but I still have the pizza selected, and I just chuck the second pizza. Which, at the end of the day, isn't that bad of a time loss. It's just embarrassing when it happens. But we're going to avoid that. Alright, there's your pizza. And then we right-click to clear the cursor. Perfect. No problem. I guess we need some airship items. We need that, and we need that. And we need some other things, but we'll get those after. Looks like we lost 3 seconds dealing with the Hydra, probably because I was futzing about in the menu more than I should have. It's okay. So this definitely will not be a sub 1 hour run. So we build the airship, but unlike no major skips, we're not going to immediately go take care of the things on the other islands. We build the airship because it enables us to talk to Wolfie. Because one of the requirements of what we need to do... sorry. We need to tell Wolfie that we built the balloon. Other routes have... when you go make the wings, they temporarily go up to the gondola and put the cloth on there, and then come back down, finish the wings. Because just starting to make the airship is enough to meet the requirement to be able to talk to Wolfie to tell him about the balloon. I do it this way, just because I think it's a bit faster to do it this way. I'm pretty sure it is. It takes a while to take the elevator up to the gondola platform and then come back down, so I think this saves more time. Yeah, we want you guys to follow me, because I'm going to be coming back this way later on. Alright, so now we need to tell Wolfie about the balloon. I believe it's the 4th conversation? Yeah. Then we need to go flirt with Elsa. Elsa is actually stricter than the other romance options. As far as I can tell, every single one of the conversation options that increases her affection, they're irreplaceable. Like, you have to hit all 3 of them. And if you don't, then that's it. You've screwed yourself out of romancing her. Alright, this is a gamble. We could just run outside if we wanted to. But I'm going to try yeeting here and see if it works. We'll try it twice, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just run out of the city. Because this doesn't actually save that much time, because the guild is not that far. Yeah, okay. We'll just run out. It was probably another situation where I think restarting the game probably would have made it more likely to happen, just because of how everything is laid out in memory, but we'll run out the slow way. So as I mentioned before, yeeting in version 1.0 causes you to warp to wherever you planted your save. So we're going to take advantage of that now. We're going to need to talk to Arana later in order to get the water-breathing amulet from her. And so for that purpose, we are going to drop a save here. Call that one 4, and then we're going to restart to take advantage of the Northwest Passage glitch, and we're going to drop off one more save next to Hades. This is really where the power of 1.0 yeets really starts to shine, is the fact that we don't need to keep the airship in order to be able to get to Arana later on. We can just use the save that we made earlier. So that's pretty cool. We need drachmas. Lemming likes to do the swag fetch spell strat for grabbing the Black Lotus. Well, he uses it to grab the Proof of Destiny. You can also use it to grab the Black Lotus from the pool. I am not so brave. I've done it, but it's real finicky. If you miss, you lose a few seconds. We need the Hippocrene water. Now, if you're excited about hearing the song of the Dryad dance, I'm sorry to disappoint you. You're not going to be hearing that song. We are going to be skipping the Dryad dance. In fact, we're going to be skipping both of the dances that are in the 100% run. Both this one and also the one at the end. Because speedrunners are terrible. That can't be right. How do we save all that time there? Nope. Okay, Alright, I accidentally loaded the wrong save. I thought I overrode the wrong save there, but no, we're fine. How was that 24 seconds faster? I wonder if there was an order of operations thing that happened, or maybe there was something that I forgot on my previous attempt that I didn't forget this time. I don't know. We need the spear. Where's the spear? There it is. One of the hassles of doing 100% runs is there just being so many more items in your inventory. So as the Paladin, we need to do this peacefully. Come on. Alright. So I've shared the strategy of after you open the entrance and the Tritons come... Well, after you open the entrance, you can save and reload and the Tritons won't be there. I have found it is a few seconds faster to do it the glitchy way, assuming you do it quickly. But it is risky because you do have to have done it quickly. Force our way through. Open up, I demand peace. There we go. Okay. We grab the chocolates, right? No, we don't grab the chocolates yet. Not yet. We arrest arrestees. That's what we do. I don't think... Yeah, I didn't need to talk to her there. The next time I need to talk to her is when we see the chocolates. Use brute force to solve the bank robbery. So now we need to talk to Orestes later, and then we can tell Julinar about him. We need the Proof of Destiny. Come on, give it to him. Give it to him. There we go. And then we lost time. Okay, that was probably just an order of operations swap. Wonder what's different. I don't know. Alright, right 5. We're going to be yeeting out of here. And we're just going to assume that this is just going to work. Oh, yes. It just worked. Oh, it's the best. So again, 1.0 yeet saves so much time, because we just yeet directly to Hades. think I'm going to blank... I'll just blank these 3. Because we need the gyro, we need the pizza, and we need the chocolate. I'm going to try something risky here. I should not be going for this. Yes, okay, got it. The gyro, the pizza, and the chocolate. Oops. Okay, so that's a risky strategy because if I accidentally back into Hades, I don't know if I can give him the bribery anymore. But that saves time just because it's the same strategy that we used to clip through Cerberus on No Major Skips. But I do it because it puts me right into the entrance of Hades, and so then you don't waste time backing away from Cerberus and then running all the way into the entrance. Just a minor time save. Just put those back there. Right, we're not going to forget... actually, we don't need that. We do, however, need the ring. That's a bad thing to forget. Is we need to bathe the King's Ring in Styx water to finish making the Ring of Truth. So we are going to be freeing Arana, because freeing Arana is what enables us to achieve maximum deeds, where we get both of the sacrifice deeds during the dragon fight. And we have to free Arana in order to be able to do that. We also can't marry Arana, so that's why we're not marrying Arana, is because we need to offer to sacrifice ourselves, but then have Arana say, no, 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 I'm going to sacrifice myself. But we still need credit for offering to sacrifice ourselves. Okay. Again with the big time save. Maybe that was because on my previous attempt, the yeets to Hades weren't as good? Maybe I fumbled the bribe? I don't know. Yeah, it's possible that I changed my route since the last time I did a recorded run. That little choke point right there, that means it's just always perfectly timed to show up right there and obstruct my passage. How dare you. Okay, so after we free Arana, we're going to yeet out, and then we're going to grab the drug chocolate. We're going to talk to Orestes, which is the final thing we need to do before we can tell Julinar about him. And then we're going to turn in the Styx water. And then because we already have the statue, the peace statue, we've already completed the requirements for Rite 6. So the 6th rite, the rite of peace, is mostly going to be just cleaning up a whole bunch of tasks that we need to have completed. Yeah, because we are freeing Arana, but we are not marrying her, that also means that I only need to visit her the one time to get the water-breathing amulet from her. Grab the drug chocolate, because we're going to be giving that to Selim and Julinar later. And because the drug chocolates have spawned, that means that Anne is going to have the conversation where she gets jealous. And we need to have cycled through all these conversations so that when we step in here during the 6th rite, she'll be asking us to dance at the end. And we're going to do our best to skip that. Oh, Orestes, right. don't forget to talk about Orestes. I don't think I have to say anything. Maybe it's just say goodbye. I don't know. I think you just have to bring up that dialogue box. I don't think you have to say anything to him. The game is inconsistent about whether it cares whether you actually choose a conversation option, whether you just open the dialogue box. Yeah. Anyway. Rite of Courage done. We need the Lethe water here. This next bit is annoying because, again, as with Gnome Anne, we have to cycle through a bunch of conversations with Selim and Julinar to get the ones that we actually want. And we're not going to forget to tell Julinar about Andre and Orestes. I forgot about that during a practice run. So that's the one about Rakesh getting poisoned. There should be one about Ugarte getting poisoned. And then there should be one about... I don't remember what the next one is. I feel like there's one more, and then it'll be about Erasmus getting drugged. No. Okay, so she gives us the seeds. We still need to keep cycling through conversations until we get the one where they just say, "Good to see you again." I think this might be the one. Yes, okay. Then we can tell her about Orestes and Andre, and then we need to give you those and those, and now we can buy the stamina pills and the fireproof potion. Okay. I'm pretty sure I didn't forget anything there. This is where we're doing our final Nawar conversation. There are 3 balcony visits. This is the 3rd and final one. Hello and welcome, Brune. Nice of you to join. We are well on our way through this 100% run of Quest for Glory 5 as a Paladin. We are on the 6th of 7 rites, the Rite of Peace. But we've already completed the Rite of Peace. We've already gotten the MacGuffin that we need to complete the Rite of Peace. We're just doing a bunch of random things we need to do in order to have completed the maximum possible deeds. Yeah, sure. Look our way. This is a pretty lurk-friendly game. There are only a few parts of the run that are a bit tense and anything remotely approaching exciting. It's mostly pretty chill. Well, maybe chill for you guys. Not so chill for me, because I have to remember everything. I have to keep checking my notes. Every class has a different science aptitude test. And I only have the mouse positions memorized for the wizard. So I'm going to be staring at these questions to get them. I remember the first one is below the bottom of the screen. Middle rock, that one, that one, that one. All right. And then now we need to yeet out of here. Please just work first time. First try. Just first try. Okay, try again. You can do it. I believe in you. This saves so much time when it works. Okay, well, we'll try a restart. That usually helps. Come on, do it. Come on, please. Our time's actually kind of decent. Okay, we got it. Alright, that's the water-breathing amulet. Wait. And then we need to have a visit with Elsa. Yes, thank you for believing, drummer. Glad to be able to count you as a believer. Alright. So that is the penultimate conversation with Elsa. She will do one more visit during the 7th and final rite. Now it's time for us to skip another dance. We're going to give some seeds to Gnome Anne. It's just a convenient time to do so. Alright. Most of my attempts to do the end dancing skip waste more time than I save, so we're just going to hope that this just works.
Great. I told everyone that I had a...
That was weird. That was weird. And when the game gets in this state, I have to kill the process manually, which wastes more time, of course. There we go. Alright, that, I think, is maybe one of the... Oops. So I was expecting the yeet to not work there. I didn't need to do that. It would have been faster to just run inside Silmaria. But yeah, basically we... That skip is so weird. Basically, we get credit for agreeing to dance, but then we use the wrong warp to escape before we actually have to really do the dance. It's actually in many ways fairly similar to the Dryad dancing skip in that regard. Okay, I don't think we've forgotten anything important. So I think we're set up pretty well here. 7th and final rite. We just need to marry Elsa and Nawar. And then there are some really important things to not forget in the dragon fight. We'll put flowers here and the ring over there. Flowers and the ring. So yeah, so for some reason Elsa does not take the ring even after you've proposed to her. So we can just use the same ring both times. So there's no reason to... The other categories who have to marry 3 women have to put 1 ring in the chest so you can go buy a second one. But that's not necessary here. Uh-oh. We, One of my splits didn't work. I'll have to look into that. We kill Bruno now because it's just a convenient time to do so because we're passing by. We're in the area. But once you kill Bruno, there's the entrance to this bridge over here gets blocked off because it's assuming that you're fighting Bruno on the other side of the bridge, and the game tries to lock you in this area. But if you leave and then come back, then the bridge is accessible again. We need the necklace. That's over there. And now we should be able to marry Nawar. Flowers, chocolate, ring. Let's get out of here. Okay. Now we're ready for the endgame. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that split. I guess maybe there was a checkbox that I forgot to check. Yes, exactly, Tashtari. Also, welcome, Tashtari. Flowers, chocolates, promises you don't intend to keep. It's the hero's way. Uh-oh. So the main things to not forget as the Paladin, as we move into the dragon fight. Are we need to heal Toro because we get credit for that in addition to healing Gort. And then we need to get both of the deeds that are related to offering to sacrifice yourself. We get one by telling Gort we're going to sacrifice ourselves, but that doesn't do anything. And then we get one more from volunteering to Arana to sacrifice ourselves. And that's where she will offer to sacrifice herself instead. Yet another reason why running 1.0 is better than running 1.1 is because the Calm spell is busted. So a lot of things that you want to do here, like ram the gate, open the door in the next room inside the mansion, you can't do unless all the enemies are either dead or calmed. In version 1.0, the Calm spell affects every enemy on the map, not just the ones that are visible on the screen. So it is a bit OP. We need the fireproofing potion ready. The Rite of Justice split also did not work. Things might just be busted right now. I think it's maybe possible that the game lost contact with live split. So, I don't know. That's fine. I can just check the VOD. I need mana pills. Mana pills. I killed the Minotaur first, because that second goon isn't damageable for several seconds. And so I just think it's generally just faster to kill the Minotaur, loot the corpse, and then turn around and kill those goons.
Mistaken. I will not be defeated. I will destroy everything, and you both will die. I hold the prophecy stone in my hands.
You know, this is actually looking like sub 1 hour.
To destroy all of Silmaria. If I cannot rule what is rightfully mine,
Okay, not bad. Even though I lost like 45 seconds at the start of the run, I'll take it.
No one can stop me.
Assuming I didn't screw anything up. I mean, maybe I'm this far ahead because of because I forgot something. I don't know. We'll see. We need Elsa to be cooperative here. Oh, she got ahead of us. Now we gotta wait for her. Okay. Alright, I need to focus here, so I apologize. I'm not going to be paying attention to chat. Help me fix the pillar, help me fix the pillar. Heal you. Heal you? Oh, right. I can't do that yet. I need to... Okay. We'll just have to take care of both of you afterwards. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Volunteer to sacrifice herself. And then we need... oh, shit. Alright. You need to volunteer to sacrifice yourself. Yes, I know. And we want to try to do more damage here. Okay. So this is also kind of an annoying thing, because if you have Arana sacrifice herself, you don't get that same window of opportunity to get the dragon's health down, but there is a time window where you can actually get the dragon's health to less than half. I did not pull that off, so this is going to be a harder second phase for me. So we're going to do our best. We're gonna grab mana potions. This should finish you off. Very good. Alright. Yeah, looks like we got the sub 1 hour. I know these cutscenes don't take a full minute. I just need to not misclick. I need to refuse the throne and explain the ways of the Paladin in order to get actual max deeds for the Paladin. So I'm just going to take an extra moment to make sure I click the right options. That one. Okay. And yeah, so life split was broken there. But that is time. That's a 59-minute 100% Paladin. Let's hope that I didn't forget anything. Yes, this awkward pause is unfortunately not skippable. Yeah, sorry, I'll get that bot in a moment. That's it! Got it. These are the only 2 deeds that you can't do. It is impossible for paladins to get married to Katrina, and we can't marry Arana and also get... It's basically mutually exclusive. Either you marry Arana, or you get credit for volunteering to sacrifice yourself. Because if you marry Arana, and you offer to sacrifice yourself, Arana says, no, you're not going to do that. You can have somebody else sacrifice themselves, I think, but then you don't get credit for offering to sacrifice yourself for some reason. It's weird. It's weird how that works, but basically, if you want to have the number of incomplete deeds as short as possible, then these are the 2 deeds that you leave incomplete. Look at all this stuff we did. We did so many things. Ah.